Welcome back to Pillow Talk. This is Kevin Fier, president of Mattress Express. Thanks for sticking around through the break. This is a show about sleep. And sleep is one of the most important things in your life. It affects everything you do every day. It's often overlooked, but the more you focus on it, the better night's sleep you're going to get. I believe the higher quality of life and the better health you will have. Today, our topic is going to be something I've talked about before, but I have a guest. We're going to talk about different constructions of bed, how beds are made. There's really had a lot of new technology that's come out in the last 5 years. But remember, at any time during business hours, if you have questions, you can call 1-800-NEW-BEDS. 24/7, you can go to mattressexpressny.com. You can get pre-approved for credit with our 15-second express credit app. You can shop online. And if you just want to email me and tell me to be quiet and stop talking about sleep or ask me a question, you can go to pillowtalkquestion@gmail.com. Today, I'm going to welcome Karen Converse. Karen is an independent rep in the bedding industry. She's been in the bedding industry for 30 years, I think. I don't know how that can be. You're only 29.
I know.
Much like myself. And she's worked for manufacturers and retailers. And so much has changed in the last 5 to 10 years in the bedding industry. It used to just be every bed had metal inner springs and there were Bonnell coils or pocket coil, and that was it. Now we've got foam, we've got hybrid, we've got the gel grid. It goes on, and there's so many different types of spring systems. What are you seeing in the industry today, Karen?
Oh, absolutely. Well, I think every manufacturer has been looking for their niche to find, something different: air, latex, memory foam, grid, inner spring, wire tie. You got many different types. You got pocketed coil, independent coil, lots of different types of technology. But what we've noticed, it's really down to 4 different technologies. It's foam, it's grid, like a gel grid, pocketed coil or inner spring, and hybrids. Now, hybrids are very unique. They're not necessarily brand new to the industry. They've been around for about 10 years, and they're only pretty much only thing that they were was memory foam and then an inner spring coil of some type. Usually it's like a independent coil underneath. But a hybrid could be classified in many different ways. It could have air on top. It could have latex on top. It could have grid on top. It could have memory foam on top. So hybrid itself is now its own unique category. So when it's great to know that when you go in to select your new sleep system is that you have a lot of different technologies to choose from, not just one. And that allows you to have something to customize to your body, and to help solve whatever sleep problem that you're currently experiencing.
If you're watching this, we do this. This is a radio show, and you can also watch these shows at mattressexpressny.com. We have a picture of a hybrid up. A hybrid is half spring, half foam. I'm going to put a picture of, if I can make it work here, a picture of a foam cutaway as well. We'll skip that. Anyway, it's solid foam, or it's half foam and half spring, or it's inner spring with some foam.
Yeah.
And then we didn't even get into gel grid yet, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, gel grid.
But yeah, and they all have their own feel. Everything is different. I can put some people on a hybrid, and they would never know there's a spring in the bed.
Yeah. Kevin, it's interesting is there's 4 main reasons why a person comes in and needs a brand new mattress, or at their house, they wake up in the morning and they realize that they need a new, better sleep. And it's support, pressure relief, temperature management. And here's the most important one, because 89% of us sleep with a partner, right? Or a pet or a child in bed. And that's motion isolation. And all of these different technologies offer differences in all of those categories of the support, how it supports you, pressure relief, how it's pressure relief to you, temperature management, how it responds to you and gives you different temperature management of what you need. And then the motion isolation, that's key. And so it's so crucial to bring your partner in, right? If you're sleeping with a partner, to make sure that that particular technology is giving you the absolute in all 4 of those categories.
Let's talk about the last one you mentioned real quick, motion isolation. What that means is, for people listening, I don't know, many of you will remember the old commercial where they set a glass of wine and drop a bowling ball on the mattress and the glass of wine doesn't spill. If you're in bed and your partner gets up in the middle of the night and you get jerked all over the place, that's motion transfer. Most new beds of quality, I'll say, most quality new mattresses, you get very little, if any, motion transfer. Cheaper beds, you will. In the inner spring, there's what's called a helico wire that ties together the spring system. It's a piece of wire, and if it's tied side to side, when one person gets up and down, it'll pull the bed back and forth. That you'll find that in some of your cheaper mattresses. But if you're getting a lot of motion transfer, if your partner's plopping into bed and you just about fly out of the other side, you might want to go shop for a new mattress.
Yeah. And that's super important, the motion isolation or motion separation, because we all have different sleep schedules. We don't go to bed at the same time. We don't get up at the same time. And it's so important that if you are falling asleep, you go to bed first and you're getting in your sleep and your significant other gets into bed, and any movement will wake you up and within seconds or take you out of your deep restorative sleep. And you have to start your whole entire cycle of sleep over. That's another whole category in itself. It disrupts your sleep. Yes. And I don't know if you know this, Kevin, I'm going to throw it out there, but did you know that for 1 hour of deep restorative sleep that you lose out on, you decrease your immunity by 50%?
Wow.
You can go on the you can go on bettersleep.org and you can look up a lot of different facts about sleep, but it's so important, especially coming into the winter. We're going to go see all of our friends and family, and having that elevated immunity is really super important at this time. So getting that deep restorative sleep and making sure that you stay in your sleep cycles and complete your sleep cycles is top of the mind now.
From the articles I've read in my experience, and again, it's a great surprise to everybody, I'm not a medical doctor, but what I always see in these articles is that sleep is a time of regeneration, of healing for your body. It's a time for your body where it grows tissue, and there's 4 stages of sleep. And if you don't get that deep REM sleep every night, you're not going to be on. And we all know what I'm talking about. Everybody has woke up exhausted at some point, or they wake up and their shoulder hurts or their hip hurts. And if you're experiencing any of this, it's time. And I tell people all the time, Karen, when you're buying a sleep system, I'm not trying to get you to spend a ton of money, but you get what you pay for. When I tell people there's brand names in discount clubs and clearance stores, and that's not the same mattress you're going to buy in a luxury bedding store. You can go buy a brand new Mercedes-Benz, and they have an entry level model, and then they have the Maybach, which is all the way. They're not the same cars, right? It's no different with mattresses, right?
Right. Absolutely. If you have to ask yourself, and truthfully, even if you bought a mattress a year ago, it doesn't matter. Like if you bought an expensive pair of shoes and they hurt your feet, you wouldn't wear them again. But I want you to truly, each person out there, I want you to ask yourself this question on a scale from 1 to 10, right? And then answer it. How would you rate your sleep in the last 2 weeks? If it's not a 10, do you a favor and go in and try some of the newer technologies and take your time. Yes. Don't have plans. Don't have like lunch in a half an hour. You are important. Your life's important. So take the time necessary to go in and be properly fitted for the right technology to solve your sleep problems and help you sleep better.
It's all good stuff, and it's all true. We're running out of time here, but Karen, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, it's all great stuff. I love talking with people in the industry because we've all had these great experiences, and everybody's got a little bit different insight. We're going to have you back again. Folks, if you're in the market for a new sleep system, all I ask is that you visit my stores and just see what we have to offer. Come on in, see the representative, try the different sleep systems, bring your sleep partner with you if you have one. No appointment necessary. You can go to mattressexpressny.com to look around to find a location near you. You can call 1-800-NEW-BEDS during business hours, or you can just stop in any store that's open. Come on in. It's Mattress Express. This is Pillow Talk. My name is Kevin Fear. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to be right back after these breaks.